I'm going to show you how to make these very simple party bags or cupcake holders or whatever you like to put in them, but they're just a great little container, great for party treats and so on, and very easy to make. So using any piece of paper, any piece of card, because you want something with a little bit of rigidity and a little bit of strength in it, you measure the appropriate size. I'm just doing something here that's 21 by 21. That's great for an A4 piece of paper or card. So just rule up a square of any size that you like. So this one's 21 by 21. And as I'm marking up here, I'm actually also marking on the 7 and the 14 and the 21. I do the same on all sides, the 7, the 14 and the 21. And just between my 2 points, I'm just going to make sure I've got a line so that I know where to cut. And again, making sure that I have my markers here, 7, 14, 21, and down the bottom, make sure that's all right, 7, 14 and 21. So effectively I have markers at the 7, 7, 14, 7, 14, 7, 14 and 7 and 14 centimetre thing to make a grid. So the first thing I'm going to do is get my square. So just cutting my square, and this piece of paper that I'm cutting off now is actually really handy to use for your handle later. And then using a blunt object, I'm actually using this plastic knife because it's not sharp, I just make a grid from the 7, score, just be careful you don't do that, just don't press down too hard, just go along and score. That means make a mark with a sort of a pressed mark rather than cutting into your paper or your card. And you'll see that if you use something really sharp, you'll actually cut it, but scoring it is like just sort of making a scratch on it. So you've got good lines that are also going to give you a little bit of edge when you go to fold things. So I don't know how well you can see that, but there is a grid line now running across this piece of paper. And what I can see now is there are actually 9 squares. I'm going to cut down this way for the first square, the second square, go over the other side, cut, so now what I've done is I've actually cut in so that I now have some edge widths there ready to fold in. And then where you've scored, it's actually really easy to fold because it's got like a fold mark effectively there. So I just fold them in just so that I get the things ready to sort of make our container. Now you can actually make this container totally square or like this. So if you're making it totally square, now that you've got your folds in it, you just literally fold the 2 middle ones in and then the 2 outside ones and then the other ones. So you actually end up tucking them all in and with a square, and then you just put your handle over the top, tuck your handle in on either side and staple it in. But if you actually don't want a square and you want this shape, which I think is quite handy and it gives you a little bit of room, now I'm going to use this as my handle. I'm just going to fold it in half for this particular demonstration. You can cut it to any width you like, but we're just going to do it folded in half. And usually what I do is mark the same amount each side, so it's about 2 centimetres in, just so I get it even, and I make sure that all the other subsequent boxes or carry cases or whatever you want to call them are actually the same. They have the same length handle. So I've got my little markers, 2 centimetres marked in there and 2 centimetres marked in there. And what I do is I actually come up, put my 2 centimetre mark, just where my finger is, just put it against the outside of the middle piece. Then I take this one up to the middle so that it's pointing up, and then I meet this one so that the 2 points are meeting. and that becomes one side. Very simply staple it, go around the other side, bend this over, and then you'll see your marker is wherever it is, so that's just there. Again, you do the same thing, you put your marker to the position, move your piece across to the middle, move your other piece to match it, to meet it there, so that you get the diamond point, or you can do it further in if you want, and then you just go back and staple it. So I've only made a little handle on this one, and there you have your little carry case, and you can decorate it with stickers. I'm just using flowers on these ones. You can put ribbon on them, or ribbon and flowers, and you can just decorate them any way you like, for boys, for girls, for a specific theme or a specific colour theme, whatever you like, and that's how easy it is. So enjoy.